almost 2 months ago now, for records on all the applicants who were filing for 502 licenses under the new plan that came out under SB 5052. This was supposed to be a way for the collective gardens to convert over to 502 and help the patients who were going to be impacted by the changes in the law. And we wanted to get a good idea and make sure the process was going correct. Well, there was a few mistakes. One early on where I was sent documents that apparently were from another records request. And then they sent an email to me and asked me to ignore that email, and here was the new documents. At that point, I didn't really have the time to look at the documents, but I downloaded them and then put them up on our database, and was going to get back to them later, around May 5th. Then just a few days ago, I got a phone call from the Liquor Control Board asking me to please take those files down that they had inadvertently sent me, files that should have been redacted on the information. It turns out they sent me the application forms, bank information, social security numbers, all kinds of information that should never have been released. What this goes to show is that the state is incapable of handling personal, private information in databases. We've talked about this to the legislators. We've sent them links to all these stories that continue to happen across not only our own state, but across this country. Could have really harmed a lot of people. And the state is really lucky that it went to me instead of somebody else out there who could have taken this information and used it for nefarious purposes. Redacted versions, and those are up online now. You'll be able to go on and see the information that wherever there's a blackout mark, they accidentally sent me that information. So I think it would behoove all the 502 applicants to go take a look and see just exactly what's gone on, what's happened with your information. Shows two things. One, the public records laws are an extremely important part of the public's right to know what's going on in government. At the same time, it goes to show that they are not taking this very seriously when it comes to protecting the personal information of people. And more money needs to be spent on training, new software systems that are designed to go through at least maybe one or two different people ahead of time. And yes, I understand that this is a lot of money, and it caused probably maybe even some people to lose their jobs. This is the kind of stuff that patients have been telling the state time and time again, that our personal information is more important than you trying to build a database on us. And especially now that we are forced to reveal our medical condition on the front page of our authorization that patients will have to use when they go into a Liquor Control Board store and get registered. Now's the time to speak up. Now's the time to speak out. Go to 420leaks.com. Go to look. You can find us on Facebook as well. We have a petition to the governor asking for him to extend this deadline, because this issue needs to be looking at a lot more seriously, and it's time that the patient's own input be included in the process. We have been ignored for too long. Thanks.
Bank accounts, social security numbers, and addresses made public.
So this is a big failure on the state's part.
Well, beyond big failure.
Tonight, a state agency is taking the blame for the release of personal information.
The State Liquor and Cannabis Board admits it made a mistake.